What's up, y'all? 100 Spoke Riders out in the garage once again. Today's video ain't gonna be about the Cutlass. Today's video is all about the motorcycle. I'm working on that old Gixxer, old reliable, you know. But before I get into that, I'll give you a quick update about the old Cutlass. The old Cutlass, the carburetor went out on me, so I need a new carburetor. So I haven't been driving it probably in the last like 2 weeks because my carb's all jacked up. Even though I had that raggedy ass Quadrajet carburetor rebuilt, it ain't doing it for me no more. So I'm gonna have to get another carb. So the Cutlass is gonna be chilling for now. I'm gonna put the Cutlass on hold. I don't really want to spend no big money on the Cutlass. It's December 2nd or something like that, so it's pretty close to Christmas. So I'll get back on the Cutlass after the first of the year. So yeah, that's that on that. It's all about the 2002 Suzuki GSX-R. I haven't rode this bike probably in about 3 months. It's just been chilling. My back brake pads are all wore out. I need to put some brake pads on. I got these. This is something I've always wanted to do to the bike. I just never got around to doing it, and I ended up catching this Black Friday sale. I got these steel braided brake lines. That's what I'll be putting on. So this will be the video installing the steel braided brake lines. I caught the Black Friday sale. It was buy the front and get the back for free. So you know, I couldn't pass that up. You know, buy one get one free. So I'll be throwing on there. That's the one. These are the lines for the back, and that's the lines for the front. So yeah, I'm definitely be putting these on, and I'm gonna put the. I got the same style brake pads. I'm gonna put some brake pads on the back. I'm no master mechanic. I do what I can. This book helps me out a lot. You know, anybody with a bike, you know, definitely. You know, if you're gonna try to work on it yourself, definitely get this book. I got this from Barnes & Nobles when I first got my bike. It's helped me out a lot when working on my own bike. These two, it's got two hose clamps that hooks to the side of the swing arm that holds it on. So I'm gonna take these off first, so loosen it up. It's you got to use an 8mm to get these off. So I'm gonna get these off first, and that's step one of the steel braided brake line swap. Alright, I got the middle clamp holders all loosened, taken off and everything. Now the only thing holding this brake line on is this bolt here. This is 12mm in the front, and I'm assuming 12mm on the other side. So I'm going to take this off. I got it. I broke it free with the wrench there, but you can see it's already leaking. So I had to move my cup over here. So once I get this out, there it is. That's that bolt right there. I'm gonna leave that right there, and that's first step of getting this brake line off. I'm gonna get the top off and then pull that line out and then compare the old line to the new line. Alright, I got the old line out. This kit's pretty good. That's the old one, as you can tell, that's the old line. I got the old line out. This is the new line here. The steel braided brake line. It's a lot smaller, but it's a lot stronger. I like this. This is actually has a clear coat, like a clear sleeve over, so it doesn't really feel. You can't really feel the grooves in there. Get these rubber pieces off the old line and see if I can get them to fit on the new line. I don't think they're going to fit, but I'm going to see what happens. This is definitely a better brake line. Definitely well worth the money. You know, just by looking at it, I'm happy with the quality of it. So, that's alright. Here go the new bolts. They're both the same. So you just got to make sure that you put the washers in on both sides. You need a washer there, and Let me see if I can put the first washer in there, and then you run it through there, and then you gotta make sure you have the other washer on there too on the other side before you screw it back in there. And just goes pretty much the same way that you took the old one out. You put the new one in. I'm gonna do everything hand tightened first, and that's the first stage of it right there. You feed it through this little hook that holds it in place, hook that's hooked to the back of the swing arm, and then I got the rubber pieces from the old one already in. It just slid in there. It's gonna kind of hold them in place, and then all I gotta do is take this and loop it and put it back, hook it back to the back of the. Okay. First stage of this is done. I got the back brake line all installed. I did make a discovery. Down here is the old bolt, like I said, and the old bolt was to get it off was a 12, but the new one is a lot bigger. The new one to put it on was 14. Same brand of the lines, the same brand of the pads. So these are pretty good pads. I've used them before. Although now that's all ones that are on there is ECB, but you know I'm gonna take them off because they're messed up and put the new pads on. So that's the next step right there. All right. Pads out of the caliper is you got there's a cover so dirt and rocks and shit don't get in brake pads. But you should use a screwdriver to pop this pad off. I don't feel like getting up, so I'm just going to use the tip of this wrench here. It should pop it off. Okay. And in order to get these out, there's these little pins. You pull the pins and the pads will come out like that. You pull that pin out. Next step is there's two pins. You're gonna need some needle nose pliers, and you pull these pins out with a needle nose, and then you pull that pin out. Now once you get them two pins out, then you got to pull this other little clip out right here. Then pull that other little clip out right there. Just slide out without too much resistance. That's the back inner pad. And that's the front outer pad. This was the old pad right here. As you see, it's pretty worn down. There ain't hardly nothing left on it. I was riding pretty dangerous. And this is the new pad right here. So you see, it wasn't hardly. There's a lot of pad left. There's brand new one. Got this clip here from the old one that goes on the new one. Goes on the new pad just like that. Like so. I'm gonna try to get this in here, and pretty much it goes in the same way you took it off. Just kind of remember how you put everything. Alright. I got all the pins back in where they're supposed to be. It was a big pain in the ass getting them pins back in there. See if I can get. Yeah. Alright, got the pins back in, and now only thing I got left to do is change or basically bleed the lines, add some new fluid and bleed the lines. That should be done. Alright, y'all. Just did a test ride on this bad boy. I didn't do the front. I did the back. I haven't done the front yet, so I just did a test ride for the back brakes on these bad boys, and I must say that the steel braided brake lines are definitely worth the money. When I finally got it all together and I hit the brakes, so damn, I locked up the back brakes. Actually, it stops on a dime now on the back, and the back is the one that was my weak point anyway. That's it. It is what it is. Signing out. 100 Spoke Riders.